said I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. All right, so today I am going to go over a couple questions that I got from a first-time home buyer. That these are all questions she wished that she would have known or would have asked when moving to the island. So starting with, this is literally live fire questions. I just found out we are PCSing to Hawaii. Should we consider purchasing a house right away? Well, I'm going to shoot that question right back at you. The answer to that question, it truly lies in yourself and how well you know yourself. I call it kind of a warm-up period. Some people have quicker warm-ups than other people. I would say for myself, what I personally did is I had a 6-month rental and I stayed in that rental and I ended up purchasing a home 4 months into, like actually closing on a home 4 months into that rental. For many of my other clients, they are boom, boom, boom decision makers and they already know what they want. They purchased a home before, they know how the process goes, and they have full confidence in that whole thing in order to be able to execute immediately. Is it very likely that you can actually get to island, start the process, and close on a home in that time? For the most part, yes. In this current market today, it's a bit difficult, to be short. All right, so question number 2. What are the pros and cons of the VA home loan? Well, there's a lot. I would say there's more pros than cons. And the cons that do exist are purely depending on the lens that you look at it through. So the pros of the VA home loan is you truly can buy a home without any money down. And with all of those things out there saying, oh, it's great to use other people's money, because then it keeps more money in your pocket. There's investment strategies that are with that, which make that a great plus. And that's also going to be one of the minuses once I get to it. Typically, we have a lower interest rate, and also it is a government-backed loan. The other thing, no PMI. You do have a funding fee with that, and depending upon if you received your disability rating, your funding fee may exist and it may not exist. You just need to get with a VA knowledgeable lender on that. So a possible con is you need to move into the home well within 60 days of closing on the home. Also, you need to have the intent to live in it for a year. Once again, guys, the purpose of the VA home loan is to put the veteran in a good housing situation. This is for them. It's not necessarily to be used directly as an investment. So as for purchasing for something that's not a primary residence, I hate to say it, it's not going to happen. Now, again, with the down payment, with a lack of a down payment, your monthly payment is a little bit higher. So when it comes to calculating, hey, what are the rents in the area? If you want to rent it out after you're finished and with what your mortgage payment is, you're not going to see much cash flow from that. We just need to analyze each situation and depending upon what your goal is. All right, next up. Is it smarter to live on base first so we can get to know the island? Once again, there's a lot of reflection questions that I would suggest that you definitely ask yourself when you're coming to island. So, and one of them is, hey, how well do I know the area? Do I have a lot of needs in a home? If I do not have as many needs in a home, meaning it is just like me, I have no one to take care of but myself and this, that, and the other, I would say heyday all day and go and get your investment. Don't waste your BAH by staying on post. Now, if it's a different kind of situation where you are very worried about the school systems and you are looking for particular programs, you want to be within a certain location, all of those fun things, I would maybe either say, one, get a very knowledgeable realtor in the areas that you think you want to look in, research them online, and then you can start that conversation at least early so that even when you do get here and you use your 30 to 60 days of TLA, you can utilize that for actual house hunting when you already know where the location is. All right, so that question goes right into this next question, I guess. It's, do you feel confident in helping me pick a neighborhood that will best fit my or my family's needs and lifestyles? Heck yes. The more information that I can just drive out of you, the better, because I can identify the personalities of each neighborhood with your personality, depending upon what those wants and needs are. So for me, my first home, my first property, that one is all the way in Ava Beach where there's central AC and there's a garage and it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, great rental property. But guess what? I was buying that for that purpose. It wasn't for me. And then now I'm up in Mililani. Mililani is known to have some of the best public schools on the island. And it's for that reason, it attracts a different type of person. Either way, we discover that together. That's a you and me conversation. Next up, let me see here. I'm worried about picking a house based on pictures. In your experience, how reliable is it to view a house this way? Pictures, I don't think are that great. There's so much. Have you seen Khloe Kardashian? There's so many things that you can do on a picture. What I would say is work with somebody who is extremely objective and who does video. A lot of agents now, what they are doing is they're doing the virtual walkthroughs. That's really good to see because you get to see it more from every type of angle and live and in action. You also have Matterports, which are great walkthroughs as well. That information tends to bear some truths to the home that may not be seen in a picture or that can be edited in a picture. So I would say take advantage of those virtual walkthroughs, take advantage of the Matterports, and really take advantage of an objective person doing a walkthrough with you. And by all means, if you do have someone on island, I know for me, I will ask a client, hey, bring your friend along and I'll show her. And she, of course, that person always has your best interest at heart. All right, so for Matterport, not everybody knows what that is, but don't worry, got you covered. Here's an example of what a Matterport is. Next up. Would you recommend a fixer-upper to someone unable to see the updates needed firsthand? That's a good one. And for me personally speaking, I would say no. So especially when you're moving to an island, that's one of the most secluded areas in the world. Unless you've been here before or you do have solid connections already on island, I would limit the amount of fixing upping. There is some fixing upping that you can easily do and get done and have the proper people do it, but there's other extents to fixing upping that I wouldn't suggest, not even for myself. Lastly, are you able to show us the house at different times of the day? I am concerned about parking, lighting, traffic, etc. This is a very personable question to the client. So yes, I would say it's definitely doable, and I do suggest this to clients to make drives, the typical drive that they would do during their work day, so that you can get a solid firsthand experience of what that lifestyle would look like. No one's opinion or experience is going to be the best besides yours. Or I should say, your experience will be the best experience because you are going to be the one that's going to have to live that. So I would always suggest actually for you to see the home in several different ways. And you don't have to do this to all the homes, of course, that you're looking at. I would say once it's narrowed down, like 1 to 2 properties, that we start looking further into it. All right, take care. Aloha.